Hello, my crafty loving friends. Welcome to Repurposed My Way. I'm Shelly. Today we're going to take 3 projects that are thrift flips. We're going to give them a makeover and put some Christmas winter decor in them and beautify them up. I want to thank Light Your Life for sponsoring this video. I can't wait to show you this beautiful tree. My first project is this Ivory soap divider box. I absolutely love this. I'm not in love with the color though, so we're going to give it a little paint job after I clean it up to bring out some of the wording and all the beautiful just decoration on the front of this, because there's just so much there that you can't see because it's all the same color. So I'm just going to take some flat black paint and do 2 coats all over this box, inside and out. The inside was a pain to do, of course, and so I got very painty, I guess is the word. Once that was done and dry, I went in with my sandpaper and sanded back around the words. I think it just made it pop more, and you can read it now. You can see a lot of the details that are in the wood, and I really like how this came out. I did use a fine grit sandpaper here, and then I went back and used a heavier grit just to get a little more distressing. I distressed the edges, and now I'm just going to put in a little vignette in this. This piece can be used for any time of the year, but of course we're in the Christmas holiday season, so I thought I would throw some of this greenery with little red, little red leaves or something on it. It was beautiful. I think I got it from Hobby Lobby. This big old pine cone, and I think this is a simple, beautiful piece that could go right into the wintertime as well and transition right into, once you take out that greenery and add a different greenery, right into spring, and just keep changing it out through each season. This was sprayed and sealed with a Rust-Oleum clear sealer after it was all done. My next project is this beautiful slatted basket that I got from Goodwill for $6, and I love the shape of it, and I love the slats, and these kind of projects I love to do decoupage paper on it, because you can split the paper down the same spots where the slats are, and it distresses really good. So I thought that I would do that in this one as well. So first I wanted to take my sandpaper and sand these slats a little bit. They were a little rough. I wanted them smoother. So I did that, wiped it all down, and then I took my hammer and hammered in some of the old rusty nails that were on the side, and decided that I would use this beautiful black sheet paper. I used this recently on a tray that I got, and I absolutely love it. It's a very dark and moody piece. I love little daisies on it, and yes, it's more of not really Christmas, but again, this is something that you can take and add things to it to give it a Christmas feel. You can turn it around, all those things, and use the other side. There's so many different ways that you can do this. But I'm going to use my Mod Podge and add that to the slats on one side, starting from the top all the way to the bottom. Then I'm going to spray my paper with a little bit of water, just a little spritz, and take a baggie and smooth out my paper. Surprisingly, this came out very smooth. I had very little wrinkles on this. So it was surprising just because this is a rounded shape and the slats are there. It's all just very, you would think that it would be full of them, of wrinkles, but it really wasn't, and it dried very nicely. So I'm just going to take my razor blade and just get off any of the excess paper. I am going to go back with my sandpaper and sand it down the edges so that they're a lot smoother, but I wanted to get rid of any excess paper first, and then I will go back with that sandpaper. I used a razor to get in between the slats and cut the paper, and then I grabbed some black paint, and I'm going to do 2 coats of flat black paint all over the rest of this basket. I'll be doing the inside as well. I'm going to do my best to go in between the slats and sand the excess paper off the best that I can. It also is distressing it a little bit, which I don't mind at all. I'd like that. And I'm just going to try and get this paper in between. There's going to be some that are a little more difficult than others, but I managed to get them all separated and looking pretty good. I'm then going to seal in the paper with a thin coat of Mod Podge. Once that was all dry, I went in with my sandpaper again and I distressed the edges and made sure that I hit all the spots that I wanted to give a distressed, worn look to. After the distressing, I decided I wanted to seal in the rest of the paint, so I took my antique wax and went over that. I put a thin coat on and then wiped it back with a rag, and I love how the paint rubs back off in certain spots. So this gives it a natural worn look, I think, besides using sandpaper. If you use some kind of a chalk paint or something that will rub back off with a little bit of something wet, it comes off and wears off kind of naturally. So I just added that wax, and then it wet the paint enough so that it would just pull some of that paint off, and I really like the look of that. It gives it a nice distressed look. Of course, if you don't want the distressed look, use a clear spray or something like that so that it wouldn't reactivate that paint, and then you won't have to worry about rubbing it back. But I went all over this basket with the antique wax and did the same steps with wiping it back and getting all the antique wax off as much as possible. But I like leaving a little bit because it gives it that aged old look. This is a Christmas tree lamp from Light Your Life. It's a 16 color Christmas tree. They sent this to me and I couldn't wait to get into it to take a look at it. I think it's so beautiful, and I love that it lays flat and it's so compact. It's easy to store, and I also love that it has a remote control. So if you want to put it somewhere like up on the top above maybe your cabinets or on top of your refrigerator, or you want to put it up, keep it out of the kids' way, the dogs, the cats, whatever, you can use the remote and it works really, really well. So this little tree turns on automatically as soon as you open it. It is so beautiful. It comes with the instruction manual, this little wooden stand that you can put your tree into as a charger cable, and the remote control. So it has this little button battery with the little tab in there that you need to take the tab out in order for the remote to work. And it has an on-off button and all the different colors that you want to choose from. It cycles through. It has one of them that will cycle through all the colors. And you could do that one, or you could just pick and choose whatever color you want. and leave it right on that one all the time. It does have the timer function on the remote as well as the dimmer on the top, and you can also make it brighter. And I stuck it in my laundry room because it was nice and dark, and I wanted to try and see what it looked like with the lights out, and it just lit up so beautifully. And I think this would be a great addition to anyone's home, especially if you don't want a traditional Christmas tree, or maybe you want to add this to your Christmas decor. I want to thank Light Your Life for sending this to me and letting me try this out. I absolutely love it. I'll leave a link down in the description so you can go check it out and purchase one if you're interested. My next thrift flip is going to be this pitcher from Goodwill. It looks like it originally came from Market Basket, and someone paid $7.99 for it and added these padded feet on the bottom. So it needs to be cleaned up a little bit. I want to take the sticker and the padded feet off, and then this will be ready for some paint. I have the Fusion paint in Woodwick, and I'm going to give that 2 coats. Once my 2 coats are dry, I'm going to take a brush with a little bit of black paint on it and go over the raised rose or flower buds here and try and get them to pop a little bit. So I'm just basically, it's kind of a dry brush and just popping those out. And I'm also going to go around the edges, around the handle, and this is just a faux distress. So instead of sanding it back to the white underneath, it's going to have the black. Once the black paint's dry, I'm going to go over my little flowers with just a little bit of gold rub and buff. This is going to make it look like it is antiqued and aged over time, and it's turned black and some of the gold is showing through. So I'm going to just do that on all the little rosettes, and then I'm also going to do a little bit here and there around the edges and the all the little trim pieces, the spout, things like that. Just a little dab of gold here and there so it's all cohesive. Then once it's all done, I'm going to dry it, and then I'll spray it with some Rust-Oleum Clear flat spray, and that way it'll be all sealed in. Now would be a good time, if you haven't already and you're enjoying the content, to hit that subscribe button and the bell next to it and let YouTube know to let you know whenever I upload a video. I'd like to know if you love these projects. If you had a favorite, let me know down in the comments. And don't forget to share and like this video as well. Make sure you watch the next video on your screen. I know you're going to love it. Thanks for spending some time with me today. Have a great day.